Uh-oh. Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. Almost got choked on my Capri Sun, y'all. My bad. Oh no. Oh, thank y'all for coming back to the channel. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. Into my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is constantly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, what are you waiting for? Hit that notification bell symbol so you know when your sister's about to upload her next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love a chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video. Are you just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life, and heading you towards a positive direction? And if you have if you have found the videos insightful, just give you good vibes or something like that, you would love to share with a loved one, family, or friend, or even a fellow empath that are going through some trying times at the moment and just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes or even spiritual guidance, please go ahead and share. While you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on social media favorites wherever you see fit. God dog, some people drinking this Capri Sun. When I say it's got all, I'm doing that again. I'm still listening to the same meditation I was listening to from the last video. Is from Jason Stevenson's channel. It's called Positive Aura Cleanse, Chakra Healing, Remove Mental Blocks, Sophigo Frequency 432 Hertz. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, Daydream are a fragment of the blueprint. Grind until it is mastery of your reality. There's a lot of different things that you may be writing down different things that you want to, you want to bring up, to make it your reality. And it's just a lot of times we can feel lost in transition and translation or whatever. I'm trying to make sure this happens. And it's just like, this is that time where, if you write down the things that is coming to you within it's like a pre-game visionary that is in that social, in your social spiritual, knowledge vibrations where you see everything from here. You look, but here's where you see it. And those are the things, there's so many different things that if you're working towards, and a lot of times it's not going to make sense of how you think it may be, because there'll be certain things that I know at one time I was doing podcasting, and I was just like, how am I going to be able to do this? I knew people that did podcasting, but they were always telling me about these different formats and stuff they had to do. And I'm like, man, I'm not tech savvy like that, and it was just like, I asked universe, I said, God, if you really, really want me to do this, spreading my news there, can you assist me with these things? Because you already know I don't work good with, programs and formats and all this junk, can you help me out there? Next, bam, sitting up here looking at IG, and next thing you know, I seen Anchor app, and I'll tell anybody, if you want to make podcasting, and I guess it was just like for me to do for a while, and it was just for me to come back here because there's so many different things I had to do here, and then you never know, I might go back to that later on. But I appreciated those moments, because you never know, even though when you're looking for something, it's like, well, this is not what it's pertaining to, and it's like, trust the process, trust what's unfolding in you, because you never know, if you may be going on, like if you want to be a brand ambassador, or you're opening up your business within, on the online, and there are certain things that they're sending you in this type of direction. Don't have nothing to do with no brand ambassador or no daggone website that's going on. And then next, they get you into this, and you never know what you may stumble on that is you working on one blessing with a plus one. Okay. They end up taking you in this different direction. Do you know how it could be like 4 or 5 blessings that's going to counteract with just those 2 blessings that you didn't know how you were going to get to if you never went that way. There are so many different things, that people want to do. A lot of my, my fam here, they're like, Roz, I want to do, I want to do my own channel and stuff like that. You need to go ahead and do it. The only person that's stopping you is you. Don't give no excuses. It's like, maybe I got a lot on my plate, different things is going on. When I tell you, I didn't even want to do no videos today, but thank God it was just like one of my fam came to me for advice. And then it was like something I said. And then when I said, you know what, because I was just like, God, leave me. I've been resting for the last 2 days because I've been really purging out a lot. And then my emotions was all over the place and just trying to center myself. So I was like, I may take another day. And it was just like, I got that, they were commending me for my stuff. And it's just like, okay, we're going to see how we're going to play this out. We're going to send this person your way. You always help them. They value your insight on different things for them to go to. Then that came up, and it's just like so many different things that's taking place in our life where you're just trying to make sense of a lot of different things, or it's just that you're going through a constant struggle with a certain situation that feels like it's running its course, but it don't feel like it's going anywhere. It feels like, okay, you want a rocking chair. Yeah, you staying in that rocking chair. Yeah, give you something to do, but you ain't going nowhere. And these are the situations they tell you to be persistent, be patient. Allow yourself to go. If there's something you that is really intriguing about you, or there are certain things that you need to move forward in. The only thing that can stop you is you. I know a lot of different things that you may want to partake in. It takes a lot of funding, fundamental. You need, the extra cash, you need a bag or whatever. They already know that. When it's just like, I say this, constantly. If there are certain things in your life that is not going to just bring positivity and prosperity into your life on so many different levels and layers of abundance that can be a blessing, not to you, but anybody who's going to come in contact with you, they're going to make sure they go all the way to make this happen for you, because there's a lot of times you're out in these jobs and you stay on them because they have good benefits. Got a dental program, good I think give me a 401k, or maybe give me, within, certain jobs, you can be there a long list of times and they'll give you vacation pay, or, they'll pay for you a trip with vacation pay. It depends on what you're working at. And sometimes if you're long, you work longer than that, they add on different, blessings of packages and stuff like that. It comes on, but you are really not being fulfilled in this job. It feels like you just being there just to be there because you're getting some kind of positive situation, from that situation, but you are not liking that. You were just like, ugh, and I used to tell people when I was working at my last jobs, it was like when I was dealing with a lot of people, especially when I worked at the military installation, feeding soldiers and stuff like that. I used to have to go smoke a toke. I was up there hollering at Cheech and Chong and all them because I already know you were one verb away from losing all your life messing with me. And that's how I had to constantly deal with stuff like that. And it came to that point that I have to understand, and it's funny how I can look back at stuff like this and the people that came in my life just to try to just destroy it, that became my blessing in the disguise. I used everything that they taught me, knowing they were the one adding on to that drama that I constantly kept on going through. You always tell you, if you got to sit up here and drink and smoke to be somewhere, you don't need to be there. You don't need to be there, because it's like these situations, there's so many people I'm connected with here, and it's just like they would tell me, Roslynn, I hate that job. And a lot of times we'll be going through a job, and I used to be that way myself. When I left that job, I was bringing that damn job home with me. I had just a monkey on my back, just saying, I'm getting tired of this while I'm up here rolling and just doing all this, and just got tired of it. And that's how I was just pacifying myself. But it's just like, yes, it had good benefits. Yes, it had good pay. And they're making sure every dime you get in your pocket, they're going to make sure you earn that very well, And it was just all hellfire that popped loose. And it was just like so many different things they would do, And it came to that point where I ended up getting fired, from it was certain things, because it was like one of the managers was up here doing some unanded illegal stuff. Like, hey, you want some groceries? Okay, give me a sack of weed. It'd be stuff like that. And it was like I was seeing that, and then y'all want to get mad because we had food shortages. Now, homeboy had to go over here and get his get his lettuce, and I ain't talking about the ones you eat either. But it was just at that point, it was constant drama, and it was like I was so miserable there. Even though the checks was looking nice, my sanity was daggone. It was touched now. He was like, come back from the light, Caroline, come back. And Caroline wasn't hearing that mess. And it was at this point now, it's like, even when I'm resting at times, and it's like I'm going through that motion of, you're speaking to yourself, you in a mental staff meeting, like, girl, who you talking to? My staff. I'm trying to get something straight here. Leave me alone. Just going through some stuff like that. And it'll be something that I'll write down on what I'm thinking about or what I've seen. And then it'll really just be like, hey, you need to come up with a content on that. And even on my off days where I'm recharging, I'm still thinking about something I can come back and talk to y'all about. That's passionate. Yes, there's some times that I had to take off because I'm going through so much, just like everybody else. And it's like that type of energy I'm selfish with. I don't want anybody feeling that. Y'all already got your own stuff y'all trying to deal with. I ain't trying to add a care package of extra stress to you, so I'm allowing myself to sit back, because God already knows April, all the way from April to June, is just not my month. And I'm trying my best to try to push through it. You know what I'm saying? And there's all this extra stuff that's going on around, but it's just like we all need that peaceful vibration that is going to show us like the compass. I want to be able to do something in my life. I want to be able to, y'all giving me this blueprint of where I can master into bringing it into a fusion, bringing it into, I want to be able to see the fruits of my labors and be able to say, I grinded hard for that. Even if you starting off low, don't mean you got to stay there. Anytime even if you make it big, you don't have to stay there. Allow yourself to keep adding towards that. Some people feel like they got to that point where they met their goal. Okay. And they're comfortable at that. You ain't those type of people. If you think you are not that. I'm here to tell you, you are not that person. You reach that daggone goal, you surpass it. There's so many different people out, like, Beyonce for number one. Yes, homegirl been singing for years, but now it's just like she got her, her perfume out. Jay-Z got his own dispensary, and then they got, they're paying off people's rent and stuff like that, which is a beautiful blessing, because a lot of people about to lose their house all over these daggone pandemic. Now the girl got Icy Park, and working with Adidas because she's the ambassador for that. She could have been comfortable, on the run, concerts and stuff like that, and just staying there. But when you trying to create an empire for yourself, and you got a legacy that you want to be able to give it all you got. If you have children, you need to be that voice and truth of example that they can lead by. You may not have started off good, but don't mean you got to stay like that. When you get that opportunity and that blessing comes knocking for you, let that sucker in. Okay. And you keep working hard at it. Don't sit up here and get comfortable staying in one spot. You ain't here for all that. You are not here, because a lot of time people are like, shh, girl, I already got where I need to be. Me, I'm that type of person. I have 3 daughters. They're all grown. And then I got a grandbaby. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't give my kids that life, but they seen how bad I suffered, but they seen I sacrificed to make sure they ate. They had they had food on the table, roof over their head, being able to make sure that they had everything that I could possibly give, and I did that as being a single parent. My daughter, she had me laughing. She's 25 years old. Like, Mama, I think I'm stressed out. I don't know what to do. And I'll be laughing at her. She's like, Mom, that's not funny. No, it's not. But you at 25 talking about you don't know what you want to do. When I was 25, I had 3 of y'all. You only got 1. And it's like 3 of y'all with my personality, and then it's me. That was a whole, no. That was a whole thing, and I want them to be able to be their own boss at something, and it's just like being able to bring a passion to something you're very passionate about is what you're going to really go hard for. You ain't going to go hard for something that you really just hate to deal with. The only time you enjoy yourself is when you're off work or you get a vacation pay. Or I know a lot of people, they probably can't stand their job, and they had, a lot of people got furloughs or whatever they want to call it. And then they had that pandemic relief, and they were loving that because they had to see all the people they had to deal with. They had to deal with everything at home and still try to get a little check, but you are that person. There's something that you are very passionate about. If it comes to you in a dream, daydream, vision, or even come up to you where you're watching, social media sites and stuff like that, or you see somebody who is doing the things that you have always wanted to do. If that's not a synchronicity to tell you, see what these people are doing, yes, they had to go through a constant struggle, but they got there. And a lot of times, sorry, I'm trying to burp. A lot of times you may not get, you're working hard for something, and it may be not easy, and it's okay. Because it's like when you allowing yourself to put in everything you have to get, you know what I'm saying? This is your baby. This is something you were guided to create within yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you finally get surpassed what you thought you were going to be at, you're going to remember this moment and say, you know what? I went through a constant struggle. A lot of the most successful people that we look up to had moments of struggle. A lot of them, hey, they had a silver spoon in their mouth. Mine was just clean snatched away from me. Like, oh, hell no, you ain't about to get that. You going to suffer. Mine was stolen from me. But then it was just the fact is I appreciate what people blocked me from, because it allowed me to see who the true person is up under all this drama, up under all this fakery, fuckery, all whatever that is, excuse my French. But all that, it allowed me to recognize the person I am inside. If you did not go through a constant struggle, you wouldn't know the consistency or determination or motivation to do everything you possibly can to make sure what you want and what you're trying to create will get off the ground. If you didn't go through a constant struggle where there was doors you were always guided to that constantly didn't want to come open, they would see you, they would peep at you. It's like, oh no, they ain't coming up in here. I already see they about to do too good, and I don't want them doing better than me. Then you had to keep going. You may get mad at universe, but they want to know, how bad are you willing to go for something, about something that is going to be a true blessing for you, that is going to make it count through 3 or 4 generations to come. When you know you're about to be blessed like that, it ain't going to come easy to you, because they want you to be able to appreciate it when they do give that to you. They want you to be able to, struggle for a minute. They don't like seeing you do that, but there is a deeper meaning towards that. When you do that, there are a lot of times you start eliminating people in your circle, in your frequency, that is just become intoxicated. It's just very toxic. And it just messes up your essence to flow as well as grow. You start taking people out your life that need to be eliminated. They ain't bringing nothing to your life except a daggone headache, and a pain in your behind. Those are the things that you're making different sacrifices. You're even allowing yourself to change your mindset on everything you push forward to do. Being honest, like, dad, you know what, this mess really messed me up. But I have to own up to it. There's times I've been very impatient. I always felt like I have to be in the constant now. I got to get everything right now. And I need to figure out everything right now. And that's not how universe works. That's not how God works. It's not like that. You may see people that may be on that same vibration of what you want to do. A lot of times, if you never know what that person had to sacrifice and get to, what things they had to change, what platforms and stuff that they have access to be where they are right now. I'm not going to even call no names, but I looked at this and it was like a WTF moment. And I'm like, that's the most dumbest thing you can ever say. And I said, God, forgive me for placing judgment. But I've heard people that even had YouTube, and I mean, they are good. They have like, you can have your video out for 5 minutes and you already got like 2-3 mil pop off. And then you have enough nerve to tell somebody I should be charging you to watch my videos. I'm like, shut your damn mouth and keep on talking. I'm like, do you understand? I said, you'll never tell somebody that. Don't bite the hands that damn feed you. You better come correct. Because if it wasn't for those same people that you trying to charge to look at your little nasty ass damn videos, they weren't even nasty, but it was just the vibration that they gave off. It was very gutter to me, very gutter. And I said, these people are the reason why you got half of that stuff that you got. Don't get it twisted. Humble your damn self. I mean, that really made me feel some type of way. And it's not because the fact is you making stuff like that, but you ain't appreciating the good things that God has blessed you with. And that's why a lot of time people start smelling themselves when they get into, situations like that. I'll tell people quick, I don't care what you hear about me, what somebody done told you, or what you think you believe, or what you think you know. Whatever somebody dealing with in my life, it ain't going to change the experience of the struggle I went through. And anything that's coming in my life is because I damn earned it. I worked hard. There was too many people trying to make sure my truth didn't get out. There's too many people that try to block every little bit of blessing of happiness I could have ever had. They try to rob that. And then when I seen you, when people do that to you, is because they see that goodness in you. They see that. You are getting that masterpiece of the things that's in your mind that is telling you you got the power to push forward in that. You got the power to make this yours. And when you become your own boss, yes, there are going to be certain things that you're going to have to deal with and abide by. That's okay, but you're a boss of your own stuff. You had to go through those experiences of trouble, of things that just wasn't turning out right for you. The things that where you seen people that was supposed to be there to support you, that you supported them, turn it back on you because they already seen that blessing that was coming to you. But those are the things that God had to show you to tell you don't need them to account for you. You don't need those people to be in your life to give you that vindication or validation. You don't need all that. You got yourself. Those are the folks, the middlemans had to be cut out because see, if you kept them around, they were going to really mess your blessings up for you. And they would have been standing right here like, oh yeah, I got you. And I sure do. I'm going to make sure you ain't going nowhere. And a lot of times your blessings comes through the hardship that you're dealing with, So if you have this visionary of a blueprint, they're trying to tell you, you have all to go in to get this. You got this. It ain't going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. Those hard times will be appreciated. Trust me, there'll be a time, and I see how, things was coming at me, and I see how desperate people can get when I try to see things like that. And then when it's just to hear somebody who you got blessed because you get over 1 million views, within 5-10 minutes, you got over 1 million and some folks that watch your videos. They ain't really like, I had to stop because when he said that, I said, nah, I ain't even about to pay you any kind of energy or attention for that. And even though I ain't coming out of my pocket, you ain't about to get no daggone energy over here. I'm not. Because when you tell somebody they need to be paying you to watch their videos, you better humble yourself, because those are the same people that gave you that recognition to get all these nice cars and buying all these, these houses and all this stuff. And I said, you know what? Allow myself to see something like that and make sure I'll never become in that type of situation. I've had friends that, was on food stamps, and we read, we were all living in trailer parks and stuff like that. Got friends that's over there, and I see them in the show business, and they act like their stuff don't stink. And I tell them real quick, you better humble yourself. Remember, your mom was on food stamps and you had Medicaid, you better shut up. Like, Roslynn, why are you trying to put me out there? No, I'm trying to remind you, don't forget where you came from. You appreciate that struggle. So when you get into that vibration of being able to, you can go in the stores and people are telling you can put it on tab, or you'll be that person they're sponsoring something for you to be, they'll be paying you to wear their stuff. When you get a blessing like that, humble yourself. Because you're going to remember that struggle you went through. People are already probably coming in the store looking at you like, oh, hell no, what you about to do? You about to come in here and shoplift? When you come up in there and they start paying you to wear their stuff, that is a blessing. All your struggles are going to become your biggest blessing. They want you to be able to see that. Your blueprint, your fragments of things that you can speak on, and boom, you may see a post about it in the on social media, or you could be driving in your car and you think about it, and boom, you may see like a bumper sticker on there, or something will be an advertisement on the radio if you listen to the radio. All those different things is giving you that synchronicity of confirmation that you got this. But what are you willing to do to get to it? And they want you to be able to do that. They want you to go harder than you ever went before, because you're about to embark on something you ain't never achieved before in life. That's why stuff gets so hard. Like I said in the other video, robbers only sit up here and breaking the stuff where they got something that's good. There's very expensive, that's very precious and very valued. And they want you to be able to understand those things. It's going to take place in your life. It's going to be a very big blessing for you. So allow yourself to appreciate every struggle you came to, because it will guide you towards the pathway of many blessings you never seen coming. So with all that being said, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop a line. It is truly appreciated. I would love to give a post notification shout out to Brian Andabri from Scotland. Thanks. It's good to hear from you. Cashland Harrells, Lion Kingdom, as well as Andreas Alvarez. Much love to you as well. Y'all know I leave my contact information in the description box below. And like and subscribe, hit that notification bell. I hope whatever you're manifesting into your life comes so much bigger and better than you ever imagined, and comes sooner than you ever expected. Even through social distancing, make sure you give love, light, positivity, words, vibe, frequencies. You never know. All those things can really take somebody a long way. And I'll see y'all on my next video. Much love. Peace.